So this is question number 3 of quiz 12 for chapter 11. So this firm is examining two capital budgeting projects with 5-year lives. The first is a replacement project, and the second is a project unrelated to current operations. And the firm uses the risk-adjusted discount rate method and groups projects according to purpose. And then it uses a required rate of return or discount rate that has been pre-assigned to that purpose or risk class. The expected cash flows for these projects are given in a pop-up window. So we can open this window and then we can copy this, open this in Excel. Hence, it can facilitate our calculations. And the purpose risk classes and pre-assigned required rates of return are shown in this pop-up window here. And we can also open this in Excel. Why don't I copy to actually, let me still open this in Excel. And then we can check which of the, based on the class, which of the project should have which discount rate. So project A, as given by the setup, it says it's a replacement project. So then we check this table to find out what is the discount rate or required rate of return for replacement decision, and that turns out to be 12%. So we just copy that for project A. So this is a required rate of return, which will be our discount rate when we calculate the NPV. And for project A, it's going to be based on replacement decision for that category. It's going to be 12%. And for project B, it's a project unrelated to current operations. Then we can just check whether what would be the required rate of return for a project unrelated to current operations. It turns out to be this one, 19%. So we just copy this back here. And with this information now, we can calculate the NPV of project A and project B very easily because the cash flows are also provided. And then before we do that, let's check the rounding requirement, round to the nearest cent. All right, so NPV. Let me use NPV function for this calculation, equals NPV, then open that. And the first argument is the discount rate. And starting from the second argument is going to be the future cash flows. So we start the cash flows from year 1 all the way down to the last year. But remember, so far, this is just the present value of all future cash flows. So after that, we still have to add the initial investment. The reason I add instead of subtracting is because the initial investment is already in a negative amount. So that will be my NPV for project A. And then for project B, the formula will be similar except for different numbers. So I can just drag this formula to the other year or to the other project, and Excel can automatically calculate the NPV for project B. And then the final job is to copy the number back. And notice that I also kept the 2 decimal places to correspond to this rounding requirement. And don't forget to get rid of the $sign. And also copy the number for NPV of project B back, and then get rid of the $sign. And check my answer.